what has been your biggest challenge? Like realistic,
So far?
You can give, if there's something you want to talk about that comes up, give that answer. But just kind of selfishly, I do want to hear like what's been the biggest challenge, like realistically, because those might not be the same thing. That's actually going to help people. But I'm just curious on like what, because it might be psychologically, it might be like literally, dude, when I'm at my desk and I'm so full, it makes it so hard to work and I lose energy or whatever.
Yeah. So the prep has, from a physical standpoint, has not been hard at all yet.
Interesting.
The training is, I'm used to this kind of training. It hasn't escalated to a point where if I had a training partner or something along those lines where we're going till failure, like crazy hard, you know, I'm very used to those kind of workouts.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest thing for me is what I talked about, I think in the last episode, is I don't think I'm intellectually ready for what's coming.
Interesting.
I think it's going to, because, and I think I'm just falling back on the precondition of viewing what other people are like in, say, for instance, YouTube videos, right? Because you watch people, say, on social media, right? You see what they're going through, but you don't experience what they're going through. And so when it's 4 weeks out and like I said in that episode, or I think a couple podcast episodes ago, and it's
4 weeks out from show day.
4 to 6 weeks out when I'm cutting the calories, because I'm starting my cut January 6th.
Yeah.
Tristan said we're starting cardio and we're dropping the calories. Your threshold we're dropping the threshold by 500 calories, right?
Shout out Tristan. Shout out Mike.
Shout out Mikey. Shout out Tristan. Big guys. Definitely. Yeah. Tristan's my nutrition coach, and also Mikey's my training coach.
Good man.
And, very good man.
If you need anything fitness wise, I don't know who's watching this.
Definitely, yeah, man. They're great. They're great people. Both of them have been great, and just are going to be there along my journey. And like to have people in my corner, especially with you, it's really is amazing. And I couldn't express like my gratitude enough for you guys. And it's really, really is cool to see and to just have those people in my corner and just want me to win and want me to succeed. And I'm just experiencing them with them at this time.
That's great.
But I would say the biggest thing for me is that intellectual barrier and the fact that I conceptually know that I'm going to face that, but I don't feel any kind of oh crap urge right now within me, because I just based experientially, I don't feel like it's coming. I don't feel the effects of that coming on yet. And so when that time does come, I need to be of the mindset that this is how I should feel. And it's okay to feel this way, because this is the process I'm going through, and this is the process that I need to go through in order to, for instance, bring the best package possible on show day.
Yeah. So my question is like, realistically, but also truthfully, do you think that there's anything you're leaving on the table right now? Like, is there anything you could be doing that you're not? That you can think of? Not a black swan, but something that you know you could be doing that you're not. Something that maybe you could be doing
Probably
more
mentally preparing better.
Okay, so like, what do you mean by that?
Meaning, I think I could. I think one of my worries, one of my concerns is I don't know what I'm getting myself into. In terms of, this is much different from a powerlifting competition. This is much different from me going through an issue with a relationship. Like this is going to, like, you're putting your body through physical hell.
Yeah.
Like, your body does not want to go through this. Like, your body is low-key dying in this kind of circumstance. Yeah. And it gets to a point where you're like, I think you cut fats to a point that's necessary for brain function. Yeah. Right? And obviously I'm not going to fucking cut fats like where I'm dead, but it's going to get to that point where I'm going to feel like a zombie when I wake up. I'm going to have like no energy to do stuff for the business. I'm going to have no energy to do stuff for Resley. Be on duty at nighttime. Like all these things, socialize. Like, it's going to have a dramatic effect on me. And it's going to change my hormones. It's going to change my biology. And it's going to take time to recover from that. Yeah. And I don't think I necessarily realize that. Yeah. Of course I do. I'm talking to you about it. Yeah. But I don't know if that's actually worth it. Okay. And but when I say worth it, I mean, like, if I go through competition day and I step on stage, I do all this work for one day. Yeah. Is it actually worth it? And now I have to deal with the effects of that in my mind.
Well, I mean, I feel like worth it doesn't exist. That's my take on it.
Okay. Worth it in terms of,
you don't know if it's worth it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I guess I should ask you more specifically, are there any actions you could be taking that you're not taking right now? Like when you say mentally prepare, is it like okay, what does that look like? Like, is there a book you could read? Is there people you could talk to?
Yeah, I think I could definitely be
Are
doing
there videos
more,
you could
yeah,
watch?
yeah, definitely more like secondhand kind of research.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's more so just getting in the mindset of taking this more seriously. And just really just practicing those mental reps and not just going like, oh, okay, I'm just going to weigh out my food. I'm just going to do all this stuff. It's going to be easy breezy, right? Like, no, actually like understanding what you're getting into, like just developing that understanding. Yeah. And so like that, what that looks like is me, I would say grounding myself through different types of perspectives, right? So if I'm watching Chris Bumstead or if I'm watching Christian Guzman, like go through a prep, right? Like when they say these things, understand don't take it with a grain of salt. Understand that this is what it's going to be like.
Yeah.
And then actually like mentally prepare myself for when I get into that type of circumstance that this is what it's going to be like.
But the mental preparation comes from the taking on of information.
Yeah, taking on information. And
Self-education.
so I don't think I'm taking on enough information. I don't know what it's going to be like. Of course, I have like Tristan, I have other people that I've watched, but I don't think I've done that to enough degree. And I think also too, I could definitely be training harder and I could definitely be doing other things like that. But I think more so the biggest challenge has definitely been that mental aspect for sure.